Hey there. I've been working on the Gitrob integration and just wanted to show a quick demo of that. If you're not familiar, Gitrob is a tool by Michael Hendrickson, who released it on GitHub. And so if you search Gitrob, you'll be able to find this. Now, it's recently been rewritten in Go, so this integration's with the latest version in Go. And so just to show you how it works, let's just spin up a new project here. And we'll need to pull some data in from GitHub, so you can actually use the GitHub API to do this. So I'm going to do search GitHub, and I'm going to give it a string, and let's just do lols. And in fact, we can leave the machine in the iterations alone because we just want to pull in those GitHub accounts for now. So as it does that, you'll see that it goes out and it hits that. Now that's an unauthenticated endpoint, so we don't need any keys to do that. But to use the Gitrob integration, we do have to have the system configured with a key, and this key just comes from GitHub. This links right to it. So notice that it's already been configured here. So I'll come back here, and now we've got these GitHub accounts, and we'll just pick one sort of at random, loop them. And from here, we can do the Gitrob. And so it looks all good. And so it'll go ahead and start it up. And for all the repositories that exist for this account, it'll go and create those, and then it'll run Gitrob against them. And so we can see here all the stats and things that it pulled back. And I have a slightly modified version of Gitrob, so it doesn't spin up the server or anything that goes along with it. If you use it standalone, it has a nice web server that comes with it. And so, you can come back to this repository and see the details, but there weren't any findings, and so we won't find any issues here. So let's run Gitrob across a lot of different repositories. So let's do Gitrob and let's do another search of GitHub. And in this case, let's do the roles again. String. And now instead of leaving these, we're going to go ahead and use the org asset active discovery. And the reason we do that is because when it gets a GitHub account, it knows to go out and start the Gitrob integration. And so we've got that configured. We'll go ahead and run it. It doesn't really matter how many iterations as long as it's more than 0 or the interactive. And let's go ahead and run it. And so just like before, we're seeing all these GitHub accounts get created. You see repositories. Now Gitrob works only on the repositories today. Or sorry, the accounts. It won't work on individual repositories. So if you do want to scan one of these repositories or something, you need to load in a GitHub account with the account name. And so we got 335 items. And so while it's creating those, we can browse here to entities and see all this information. So you can see here, we can click through to any of those. Now in the background, while it's running, because we started that machine, it is looking through those GitHub accounts and actively looking for leaked secrets, passwords, that sort of thing that Gitrob does. And so we could show you how that's working here by looking at Sidekick. And Sidekick is sort of the background task runner. So if we click here on busy, we'll see that there's probably a bunch of different tasks running right now, all running Gitrob. Okay, yeah, and there we go. You can see there's a bunch of them that have been started. So I'll come back into the interface. And by the way, you could look there, or you can also look at the results page to see which ones have been started. They're both showing largely the same amount of information. And this will show you the queued ones easily. You can click in here and see details, even if it's not complete. It'll just tell you that it hasn't yet been started. And so let's look down here at one of them that's been complete. So, there we go. Looks like there was 11 repositories for this. And so let's see, did we get any findings? No findings on this. There were a number of files. But as we get findings, they'll show up here underneath issues. And so if I click here, we should start to see some of those issues, pop up. Suspicious commit was found here. So again, Gitrob's really good at finding secrets in public repositories. And so it'll go out and create an issue for each of the different commits that were found. And so in this case, this was on Ilya Grigoryk's async Rails. And so if we click here, this will actually link us directly to the details, or sorry, this one will link us directly to that commit. So if we're interested in digging in further, and you can see here the changes were on the database.yml file, and there is a username. Doesn't look like there's a password here. Yeah, no password, but it does have username information probably being used locally, so no password. So there are a lot of potential findings. We'll have to dig into the details of them, but having those all available makes it easier for you to dig through public repositories for a given organization. So hopefully that's helpful. I just wanted to show a quick demo of that. Have a great day.